This time, can I get a motion to approve the personnel report?
So moved.
Can I get a second? Okay, the motion has been made to approve the personnel report. It's been second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposers? Okay, at this time, we have the Hope County Schools business relationship with the newsroom. You want me to? At this time, do anyone have any questions or anything about the Hope County Schools business relationship with the news journal?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I think that we should continue doing business with the news journal as it relates only to the advertisement. I do not agree to the newspaper itself, as it eventually is going to become political during the election cycle.
Anybody else?
Madam Chair, I'd like to say that I think it's unethical that we continue to do business with the News Journal. As far as advertisement, what Ruben is speaking of, we can advertise on social media. We are doing that. We have other ways that we can advertise. We have other ways, other news papers that are in our county that we can also do business with. But as far as doing business with the News Journal, being that we have a member or the owner on this board, I feel like it's unethical according to the law. So those are my thoughts.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I'm just wondering, well, I agree with Ruben, but I was wondering which, if you know what Ruben said, then how would we, approve it? And what he said is,
Madam Chair, I apologize. My specific statement does not fit either of these categories.
So if you'd like to make a motion to revise that advertisements for school purposes continue, we could revise a motion to do that. If it's gonna be at the district and the individual school level, we need to revise the resolution to say such.
Madam Chair, I understand that Ms. Jessica Brown will not be allowed to vote. My question to the lawyer would be, what happens if we have a tie?
That's an excellent question. So in the event of a tie, so yes, Ms. Brown would have to abstain from participating in a vote. If there is a tie, the first vote would be called among the majority that remains, and then you, Ms. Blue, would serve as the tiebreaker. So you would not participate in the initial vote, but Mr. Castillon, Ms. Sutherland, and Dr. McAllister McCrae would vote initially, and then if there was going to be a tie, you would cast your vote. Would have a tie with 3 people. But
Right.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
may I say one thing?
Yes.
I'd like to address to the public that there is no law being broken because the Hope County fits the exception to the law. They're not making an exception to the News Journal. There is already an exception in the law that allows for this to take place because of our small community. And the Attorney Grace, please correct me if I'm misstating that.
there's an exception to the conflict of interest rule for counties with no village, town, or city with a population of more than 20,000 people. And the business undertaken must not exceed $60,000 in any single 12-month calendar period. But the board would have to decide to continue business in open session via resolution.
So what you just read is that state law or is that our policy?
That is state law, but your policy follows state law.
All right. Anybody want to make a motion?
Madam Chair, I move to approve the resolution to continue doing business with the News Journal for advertisement purposes only.
I second.
Any other motions?
Madam Chair, I would like to, I move that effective immediately, the Hope County Board of Education and any Hope County schools cease doing business, including the placement of any advertisement with or subscription to the News Journal with the News Journal.
So we have two separate motions, before you. The one that was made first we need to try to take a vote on. And then the other, can be discussed if it fails or if it just dies on the table.
Okay,
So we would need to make a motion on Ruben's, first initial motion.
okay,
Or take a vote, pardon me, to continue for advertising purposes exclusively.
take a vote. Yeah, all in favor of continuing to do advertisement with the News Journal at the district level, say aye.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
it will be at the school district as a whole, not just the school district level.
Yes, that's, I believe
Okay.
what she said.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
It looks like the motion passes. So we will need to read the resolution into the minutes.
I haven't, do I get to vote?
There's not a tie. In the event of, we have a tie vote, we would have you vote, but not at present. We can revise the resolution if you'd like, to limit it to exclusively advertising district functions and information.
Okay, so actually, I don't get to vote. Is that what you're saying?
I don't believe that you're gonna cast that. Let me confirm that.
Please.
If you vote, you're gonna give us a tie.
And then what happens?
And then
A tie. Because I want to vote.
It dies.
I want to vote.
But we will have to address this issue, as to whether or not we're gonna do any business or some business or limited business with the News Journal. So another motion will need to be introduced. So, yeah,
Because I'm actually choosing not to do business with the News Journal because of ethical and conflict of interest. As one of our board members are the owner of the business, and I realize that, and this is my take, this is just me. I prayed about it, thought about it, the community, it's not, to me, it's not right that the owners sit on the board and will be getting funds from the district on the board in which she sits. So to keep things ethical and moral, we will be running across these things again, I promise you. It's just not right.
you are permitted to vote no to create a tie and cause the motion to fail.
I vote no.
Is there another motion? Ms. Sutherland's motion not to conduct any business is on the table. Do you want to call a vote for that?
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
And those opposed?
Any opposers?
No.
No.
Would the board like to table this matter and come back at the next meeting because it's made no decision?
Table it.
Okay, then further discussion. Is a decision should be made.
Madam Chair, what will be the purpose of tabling? What's going to change? And what happens moving forward? Now, we have a tie. The question still stands, are we doing business with the News Journal or not?
It's dead, right?
Both are dead. There was another tie.
So this means, and I guess this is just from public, that this, because it was gonna be an individual thing for the individual schools and, the district, if they wanted to purchase a paper, not just a whole bunch of papers and the district pay for it, but just individually. So this means that the pictures that, I don't think they pay for that. The pictures that the graduation pictures in the paper, which I don't think the school pays for.
So,
And so it can go in there, because she asked was in the discussion.
Madam Chair, may I address that?
yes, please.
Yes, ma'am. No matter what decision the people on this board make, the News Journal and myself will always put Hope County students first, whether anyone else here is going to do that. And they will always be in the News Journal. You don't pay for it. We donated more than $96,000 worth of print space, and you did less than $10,000 in business with us. So you'd have to do business with us for the next decade to pay us back just for last year. That being said, the students will still be in the paper. The advertising we're discussing are things like kindergarten registration and bids for public contracts. That's what's being discussed.
Thank you. Thank y'all so much for all y'all do for Hope County schools.
But doesn't the federal, what is the federal, I know the federal government, the federal things have to be publicized, and that's a law.
The law doesn't specify how publicized.
Okay, so it could be in that Chronicle.
So, Madam Chair, since
So,
what,
yeah, what's next?
my question now is, what is stopping the News Journal from doing business?
The law will be stopping the News Journal from doing business unless you approve the exception via resolution.
Thank you. Any other comments, questions? But thank y'all so much for all y'all do for the kids in Hope County. I do appreciate it, and I understand that, but me personally, and I want the community to know that I am thankful for all the things that have been done, that will be done, according to you, and I thank you so much. At this time, we're gonna get ready for the superintendent's report. Dr. Kenneth Spells.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Blue. We're gonna celebrate our assistant principals this week. This is Assistant Principal Week. And our assistant principals, they do a thankless job every day. And we appreciate the work that they do with our students, with our parents, community members, and with our central office. So we will be recognizing them this whole week, and we try to recognize them all year because we do understand it is a very thankless job. So Assistant Principal Week this week. And Dr. Fort Bear is trying to come up with something to celebrate them. That's her task. Also want to say for this week, in fact, it's today, happy birthday to our Dr. Chad Hunt.
Okay, happy birthday.
He just turned 61. Administrative assistants luncheon will be on April 15th at the Wright Building from 12 to 2. Then on the 17th, and I'm very excited about this, I've been working with, she's been telling me about what she's been doing. Working with Dr. Chavis on our student career fair, and they're gonna see a lot of jobs that I like to call it a non-traditional job fair. And I really wanted them to see what's out there. We're trying to pique their interest. So many jobs that our students don't get to hear about and see. And we're gonna start our first student career day. And it's gonna get bigger and better each year. We're gonna find more jobs that they don't get to see every day. Again, we wanna find out what they are interested in and share with them any opportunities that are out there. So that's on the 17th. So thank you, Dr. Chavis, for your work on that. You've been working on that the past couple of months, finding vendors right here at the high school, correct? Then spring break from the 21st to the 25th. I skipped one thing, we have prom on April 11th. I know our students are looking forward to that. The prom is at Aberdeen. Our Purple Star, me and Mr. Castellon will go to Raleigh to celebrate our Purple Star awardees. It's a good event, and we enjoy it, so we'll make sure we're doing that. Our Sandhope Senior Awards is on the 8th of May. Sandhope graduation is on the 16th. Then we have our commissioner meeting in May when we talk about our budget, and that date is to be announced. So I'll have that for you coming up. We try to do this as much as we can. We really need to do it every day, but Teacher Appreciation Week is May 5th to May 9th. The schools do different things for their staff, and we also celebrate them as a district. Want to make sure that we don't forget our school lunch heroes. Our staff that work with our school lunch program. So School Lunch Hero Day is May 2nd. Nurses Appreciation Day is May 7th. And I'm very excited too that, because they did an excellent job, Holtz County High School, they came 3rd place in the regional for the Battle of the Books.
Okay, good.
Or Mr. Cummins would say Battle of the Books. So we're very happy about that. We did get some bad information from federal government. We are losing our DODEA grant, and we're trying to work. We try to work through what that's going to look like without a DODEA grant, and so I'll have more information for you. But we got the notice a couple of weeks ago that we would be losing that grant, so a little disappointed for that. We did go over, and we're gonna go over with all our staff, but with our assistant principals and our student support staff, Rachel went over our parent bill of rights today. Again, we were doing a couple groups at the time, but a lot's going on the next couple weeks, the next month, and then we'll finish up with Hope County High graduation.
Thank you, Dr. Spears, for all you do. At this time, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Can I get a second? And it's been second. The motion has been made to adjourn and second. All in favor say aye. Any opposers? Thank you so much.